2026 regular board meeting for Windsor Board of Education. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance and moment of silence. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Starting the evening's agenda with recognitions and acknowledgments, I will toss it over to you, Dr. Haiti.
All right. So tonight I have the honor of introducing our new student rep for Windsor High School for this semester, Andrew Bloom. Andrew is a dedicated senior at Windsor High School with a passion for both community service and high finance, aspiring to build a career on Wall Street. As a varsity member of the boys volleyball team, he demonstrated his commitment to teamwork and sportsmanship while also competing year-round in club volleyball to further his skills. In addition to his athletic pursuit, Andrew plays an active role in the lives of his peers as a connection leader. Every Thursday, he engages with his sophomore class to teach them valuable lessons in social and emotional learning, while helping to foster a supportive school environment. Andrew also applies his academic talents by volunteering as a pre-algebra tutor at the Windsor Public Library, where he aids fellow students in building their math skills. Beyond the school community, Andrew's passion for music shines through his work as an A&R for a South Korean-based publishing company. In his role, he collaborates with songwriters and producers from his extensive network to compile and pitch songs to record labels worldwide. Having nurtured his interest in music production since the age of 10, he continues to blend his creative talents and with his professional aspirations. As the Semester 2 student rep for the Board of Education, Andrew is eager to contribute his insights and experiences, advocating for the needs and interests of his fellow students, while fostering a strong connection within the Windsor community. Following graduation, Andrew plans to study finance. Andrew Bloom. You can go shake their hands, and then we'll take a picture from around. You can go around this way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh. We can take a picture though. Yeah.
And 3, and 2, and 1. Thank you so much. Okay. Dr. Haiti, for the next item, recognition of the girls Class L indoor track and field champions.
All right. The Windsor High School girls indoor track and field team has won the Class L state championship in February of 2026. In a field of 20 competing teams, the Windsor girls indoor track and field team won for the 10th year in a row. I would love to call Captain Kears.
Thank you guys for recognizing us And don't forget us next year. I told you last time I was here. Whenever another team wins the state championship, you know I'm telling the truth.
I know.
We didn't get recognized. I was so happy that when the football team won, because I said we gonna get recognized. And I told when I said
Yeah,
we
you
gonna
did.
win.
You did.
It's 10 in a row. Years ago, y'all don't remember this, because people think it's easy. There was 0 when I started.
What are you telling me?
0. It's not me, it's these ladies.
That's right.
Which is kind of crazy. And not just each year, during the season, there were teams, I won't let them be unnamed, they were beating them in the 4x2 every single meet. And they were driving me crazy. They kept beating us, including in the state open. But at New England, they beat that team. So that's how I get it. That's how they got 10 in a row.
All right.
That's gonna be hard to top. We're gonna get some lemon to do it. But, thank you.
Thank you.
In order, this is, we call her Evie, but it's Evelyn Schwartz. I back up because these ladies like showing out. Congratulations. That's Layla Harris. Actually, congratulations. Could not be here, but didn't know Coach Celeste over. I know I see other teams that have like 800 coaches. I'm only exaggerating.
I don't know how to
That's all we had.
How many? 800?
There's at least somebody who comes
We're out. Okay.
More photos.
Oh, we're in a picture. Nah, y'all trying to be funny. I think I'm joking. They come around me and touch the top of my head. Okay, I don't say it.
Okay, y'all are ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and done. Thank you.
And it's more of them. They're not here.
I love him. Congratulations again, ladies. It's great to celebrate them. Women's History Month, so it makes sense. I've known him since high school. He's so much fun. Okay, awesome. Moving right along with the agenda, audience to visitors, Ms. Daly.
Good evening, this is Robin Daly from the Superintendent's Office. If anyone from the public would like to address the board, you may do so in 2 ways. You may type your name, address, and comment into the Q&A feature in the Zoom application, or you may speak by clicking raise hand or dialing *9 within the Zoom app. When you are called on to speak, you will be given 3 minutes to state your name, address, and comment. Please do not place the call on speakerphone. No comments will be made by the board at this time.
Thank you. So we'll start with folks online, and then we'll go to in person. But you have 3 minutes to speak, as Ms. Daly mentioned. At 2:30, Vice President Lockhart will hold up a card briefly so that you know to wind down your comments. And then at 3 minutes, he'll hold the card up permanently. For folks that are online, he will have to kindly interrupt you to wrap up. Thanks so much. Ms. Daly, anyone online?
There are attendees online, but there are no hands raised.
Okay, wonderful. So we'll go to folks here in the boardroom. Anyone wish to speak, please come to the mic, state your name for the record, and please sign in. Anyone wish to speak? We need to put the mic on. Do we need to put the mic on? And just sign in.
Good evening. My name is Joseph McCary. I'm the superintendent of schools for the town of Vernon, 30 Park Street in Vernon. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak here. I wanted to talk a little bit about Dr. Haiti. I think you have a great person here as superintendent of schools. Just want to share a small story with you. I was on a NEASC visit to Dubai. She was on the team with me. I was thoroughly impressed with her abilities as an instructional leader, as a visitor, as a collaborator. So towards the end of the visit, we start to give them ideas and feedback, and I was pushing a shared understanding of high quality learning, and she was talking about an instructional framework. Word of advice, never speak after Dr. Haiti, because it's not good, because she was before me, and she started to talk to them about instructional vision, shared understanding of high quality learning. And I could see everybody typing Windsor Public Schools, develop the genius of every child. So I returned there 6 months later, and I found out that in that visit, they had taken her ideas, they continued to communicate with her, how to create a higher standard of teaching and learning internationally, and they used the Windsor Public Schools as a model. And I think that's very, very impressive in her ability and how to do that. So one word of caution, don't talk after her, let her be the end talker. It's a lot easier that way. And then I think, I also chair the CAPS Alliance Districts Committee, and I keep a close eye on all the Alliance districts. And since she's taken over as assistant superintendent, you could see the scores are starting to increase, both in ELA, mathematics, and science. So that's a tribute to her and the Windsor Public Schools. And then finally, what you want for a good superintendent. I'm involved in the UConn ELP program with internship coordination. You want somebody who's qualified, who's got the educational background and the work experiences. Check, that's her. You want somebody who knows the district. Bringing up thank you, check. Check number 2. And then, of course, lastly, and you've got somebody who's proven. They've done the job. So you have, in horse racing terms, you have the trifecta. You have the right person for the right job. I totally support her candidacy, and I just want to thank you for the opportunity to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming and joining us today. Anyone else in the boardroom wish to speak to audience, to visitors?
Don't worry, I will sign in. Nishat Black-Burke, Windsor, Connecticut. I decided to put my words down, and I feel like I've sat here before. I've sat in those seats and have had the opportunity to work with several superintendents thus far. As a mom, a graduate of Windsor Public Schools, I have one child who's already graduated and one who is on his way. So I want to start by saying that I met Dr. Haiti over 13 years ago in what was considered to be a turnaround school. And even then, her leadership, resilience, and unwavering belief in what students could become set her apart. So watching this unfold Her stepping into what I hope to be a permanent superintendent role feels like witnessing the fulfillment of a calling that she has been walking in for years. She leads with heart. She leads with heart, clarity, and conviction, always looking to do what's best for students, always modeling true educational leadership, and really hoping that this new chapter isn't just a promotion, but you'll continue to impact the students. This district, we are gaining a visionary, a champion, and what I know will be someone who is going to be a steady guide for innovation, as the last speaker stated, and education. And so, no bias, just, again, I've worked with her. I've seen her in action. Others in this room can attest to her leadership. And for me, as a taxpayer, a product of Windsor, and having one more coming through this school system, I don't think that's a price tag that we could even begin to imagine. So, Board of Education, I do hope that at the end of the night, I can firmly say our superintendent is Dr. Noha Abdel-Hadi. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the boardroom wish to speak? Oh, moving chairs now. Okay.
Danielle Batchelder. My home address is probably where I spend least amount of time versus here, so I'll give this address, 601 Manianic Avenue. But in all seriousness, I promise I'll sign in. I just wanted to talk to you as a person instead of someone that works for you all. I've worked here for about 12 years now. Before coming to Windsor, I worked in Glastonbury, Griswold, Torrington. And I actually counted all the superintendents that I actually worked for, and I'm on 15 in about 25 years. A lot of backstories to that. However, I just want it on record and to inform everybody tonight that I have never worked for such an amazing individual until working for Dr. Abdel-Hadi. We definitely have had our ups and downs through the years. But when she took that seat as interim, this whole district changed. And I see it every day. I walk in the schools, I talk to people, people come up to me and just are like, is she superintendent yet? I'm like, not yet, it's coming. They cannot say enough positive things. And that, for them to come up to me and tell me that, I don't usually get that. In the position that I hold. People usually kind of run from me. So I want that known to everybody here. She has the full support of all of our administrators. You will never find another individual like her. And I just hope that she stays here longer than I do, because I never want to work for another superintendent again. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the boardroom wish to speak? Okay.
I'll sign in first. I know the rules. Amanda Bean, 103 Pleasant Street here in Windsor. I actually did not come planning to speak tonight. And then looking around the room, several people asked me if I was planning to speak, and I told them no, so my apologies. But I'm actually here to speak on behalf of Dr. Abdel-Hadi and how just listening to everybody speak as a proud graduate of Windsor Public Schools and looking back, I am a third generation. My children will be fourth generation graduates of Windsor Public Schools. I'm not the most easy parent to deal with. Many of you know that. I have extremely high expectations for the Board of Education, who are our elected officials, also for the administrators, many of them in the room who have dealt with me on my good days and on my bad days when I'm advocating for my children as well as other children. I have never in my career, as a 20-year career almost, as a child protection social worker, worked with an educator like Dr. Haiti. She calls the children her own when she sends an email, when I'm sending a complaint or a compliment, because she gets both from me on a regular basis. She calls them her babies. And so many parents in the district have positive things to say about her. I can honestly say we did not have that with our last superintendent, and we all know how I felt about him, because I made it very public knowledge. Dr. Haiti has made it a point to turn this district around in the short time where she had to take over as interim and then acting superintendent, because she didn't have a choice. Everything happened very suddenly. And I'm proud to sit here and tell you that at the end of the night, I'm really hoping that we are saying Superintendent Abdel Haiti, and that she is going to lead our school district in the right way where it needs to be led. Not only is it Women's History Month, and I have a daughter at home that I want to take after her because she plans to go into education, but also that my son, who has a very close relationship with her that I'm very lucky of, who looks up to her. I also have an 8-year-old or 9-year-old coming through, guys, so you still got quite a few years of me. I'm sorry ahead of time. And he's the most work. JFK can attest to that right now, and we already had him. But she is the right candidate for the job. Not only does she advocate for the students, but also for the staff. I'm also a proud wife of a staff member in the district. Many of you probably know him as he greets you at JFK or at Clover Street and makes you all sign in, including her. He does make her sign in and give her a badge. Yes, he does. But she is the right person to lead this district for so many more reasons. And I know I'm out of time. But from a parent standpoint, this is who the parents want to lead their district. And this is who we need to lead our district for our children. And she is the right person. So I am proud to sit here and provide my support to her tonight with my 17-year-old in the background. And neither of us prepared anything. So kudos.
Anybody, thank you. Anybody else in the boardroom wish to speak? Anybody in the boardroom wish to speak? Okay. All right. Unanimous consent? To close? To close, yeah? Okay, so unanimous, all of us in favor to close audience to visitors? Okay, okay, I just want to make sure, because I didn't see Miss Maxine. We're good? Okay. Closing audience to visitors, thank you so much.
Madam President?
Yes, is there a motion?
I move that we move item 7B, which is superintendent appointment, from the agenda to after audience to visitors, after which, once that's completed, we go back to the regular agenda.
7B?
I'll second that motion.
7B.
Okay, and you second?
I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to move 7B to right after audience to visitors. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you, Jeremy. I believe the ayes have it. Thank you very much. Is there another motion?
Madam President, move that in accordance with Connecticut General Statutes, Section 10-157, the Board of Education hereby offers Dr. Noha Abdel Haiti a 3-year contract of employment commencing July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2029 to serve as Superintendent of Schools for Windsor Public Schools.
Motion on the floor, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion on the floor, seconded. Open up for
Yes.
discussion.
May I?
Yes, please.
As the maker of the motion, it's my humble honor and pleasure, Madam President, to make this motion and to present this candidate on behalf of the board. As has been well stated, this gentle lady
This is her calling. She has put in good work. She's fluent in 3 languages. Her path has led her to the States. She has been an educator in some very tough environments through the South, especially through Memphis, found her way through Connecticut. She had several principalships before she came to Windsor and worked her way up the academic chain, serving as our current acting superintendent. She is very intentional. I am thankful that previous leadership saw fit to have leaders like her come into the space and give her the bandwidth to execute her vision and her will that we are enjoying at this moment today. She is very, very well respected throughout the state. She is very gentle and kind. She is intentional. She is constantly in all the buildings, and she takes ownership of the good and the bad and the ugly within this district. We have seen her exude that leadership. We have seen that she has really, really burnt the wick, I believe, at both ends to make sure that Windsor Public Schools is where she wants us to be. And she's not only holding herself accountable, she's holding her staff accountable. That is no testimony about anybody else. I want to be very clear about that. I'm only speaking about Dr. Haiti. I want to be very clear about that. She has come in and she has made this district her own, and she is operating in a path that she's been prepared for. She has worked hard for. This is something that has not been given to her. And personally, I just want to say congratulations to getting to this point. And like many others, I am prayerful that by the end of this evening, we are able to take that acting label off of your title and you actually become our superintendent.
Thank you, Vice President Lockhart. Anyone on this side wish to speak to the motion? Mr. Panos?
I too agree with Dr. Hattie, shown that she is very capable, and so I'll very much support this motion. That doesn't mean that she will be free of critical comments.
Not at all.
No, like
Love
everyone.
me some intellectual conversations, Mr. Panos.
However, yes, I just found her actions are just very impressive. Very always answers quickly, and you get results. So I'm very glad to support this motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Panos. Anybody on this side? Mr. Wilson?
Yes, I'm proud to support Dr. Haiti as well. Just looking back on the past couple of months that we've had as a board collectively to deal with her in this role, I think you've done well. I think you've done well. Just thinking back to the board retreat right after election, it was so amazingly put together. You know, she had clear plans and directions from that day, and even from convocation, well put together again. And we had the blessing to have her even be a speaker and a presenter at CABE this past November, which was also another blessing. And as was mentioned before by a member of the audience, she speaks with such elegance and such knowledge and such power about what she's passionate about and convicted on doing for our students. And honestly, you know, we've had some pretty tough budgets these past few years. Post-COVID has just been a tough time. Reevaluation has been a tough time. And I'm really happy to have supported the budget that she put forward. But not only the budget, the way it was presented and the way she does her work is really amazing. Very high quality working woman. Yeah, we love it. We love it. But I'm very happy again to support Dr. Haiti.
Thank you, Mr. Williston. Mr. Halleck, I see your hand, and then Ms. Zotter.
Thank you very much. Dr. Hattie is definitely a well-qualified candidate for the job. I enjoy reading her weekly reports every Friday. She does a terrific job. As Mr. Pano said, all her emails are very thorough. And I think she'll do a very good job for the district. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Halleck. Ms. Otter?
I'd be remiss if I didn't also thank Dr. Hady's family, because we know we consume an awful lot of her time. So thank you for being willing to share her with us. And thank you, Dr. Hady, for really showing us that there are words and there are actions, and you provide us the words. But when we walk into the schools, we see those words in action all the time. And that is something I think is remarkable, and to work with such a leader that is so thoughtful to those who are working for her, to those who are working with her, and to be so capable yet so humble. It really has been a pleasure to work with you over these past few months, and you have my absolute support on this motion.
Thank you, Ms. Otter. Mr. Madison, Ms. Jacobson, Ms. Davis, in that order.
Yeah, I'm excited to potentially have you on board. We'll have to see what all the details work out. No, you're a powerhouse. There's no question about it. I have a high bias in your favor since you're a STEM person, so am I. So I have made my bias towards STEM absolutely clear up here. No, and the quality of work you do in terms of getting to the core, right? So the best example of that is the budget last season. It was like, I was done after that PowerPoint. I'm like, yeah, got it, thanks. I don't need to drain the details, but no, and the ability to quantify. The other thing was the other year when there was like 15 metrics on a slide, and I'm like, can you explain what these are? And I write down every one of them fully quantified. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done there too. So the ability to really grab the core of everything that's going on is excellent. And then the feedback from everybody on the ground. I spent all last night replying to all the emails everyone sent throughout the last several months. Some of you probably got the emails of all the people who are supportive of you. And not just that, right? You know, anybody can tell a bunch of people, please bombard me. And if you're reasonably competent, they'll do it. But the specifics that people gave was actually the most interesting part. And so it was just interesting to hear from everybody on the ground. And I was having a good time, like reading everybody's, signature on the emails to see where they're from and what role they have. So I think you're great. And I'm going to argue a lot when it comes to the contract details, but that's a different issue. But, because we'll talk about that. But, you are very competent, and I'm extremely excited to have you in our schools.
Thank you, Mr. Madison. Ms. Jacobson?
Everybody has spoken at length about your qualifications, and I don't think there is any doubt about your qualifications, the amazing way that you have led our district, the things that you are implementing. I would just like to comment on the compassion with which you are able to deal with everybody, because I find you're basically the CEO of over 3,000 students, over 400 educators amongst these buildings, and however many times that of family members. Your response times are incredible, and you manage to make every single person who comes to you feel heard, and every single person who comes to you feel like they matter, and that should not go unnoticed or uncommented on, because I think that's rare. And when, as both a board member, but also as a parent, it just means an awful lot that you think of all of these children as your babies, and that I think most of us could agree. We all feel like we're in this together with you. And I commend you on that, and I will be in full support of this motion.
Thank you, Ms. Jacobson. Ms. Davis?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just want to let you know that I share the sentiment that everyone has mentioned here tonight. A company, which the school district really is, doesn't succeed without a compassionate leader, an educated leader, intelligent, smart, kind, all of those things. Dr. Hady embodies all of that. I had such a great bond when we met last August. I feel teary-eyed because you're a woman and it was a lot of work running a company. Also, what makes a company successful is having great people around you. You're able to do that. You're able to allow people to feel valued, feel needed, important, and have a can-do spirit. We're looking forward to that continuing. And for those who may watch this later, and for those who are here now, We hope that you are supportive of her. Her work will not be completed or successful if we do not support what she's doing. And that means showing up, whether you're a student, staff, or faculty, or someone in the community, in order to be successful. It is not just her. She needs us as well, and she needs a supportive board. And whatever happens behind the scenes, just know that we are working as a board to make sure that that happens as well, because we're just as accountable. And not only does she hold us accountable, she holds herself accountable. So, on that note,
Thank you all for speaking, and I'm going to try to move this along because I think we could probably sit up here and give you your flowers all day, but I'm going to try to move it along. But I do have a statement, and I typed it so I don't cry. Okay? Good. Thank you, Ms. Davis. But anyway, no. Spoke from the heart, so that's good. Tonight, we take an important step forward for the future of Windsor Public Schools. Over the past several months, our district has been led by Dr. Noha Abdel-Hadi in her role as acting superintendent during a time of transition. During this time of transition, she has demonstrated professionalism, steadiness, and a deep commitment to the students, staff, and families of Windsor, mines included. Her leadership has ensured continuity across the district while maintaining focus on the important work happening in our classrooms each and every day. I know this because she visits these classrooms each and every day. Dr. Hadi brings a wealth of experience. We all know that. Strong qualifications, it's very clear, and a stellar understanding of the needs and strengths of Windsor Public Schools. We're different. Leaderships during times of transition requires both vision and stability, and she has provided both while working collaboratively with her team, our educators, and our families, and our board. As board president, I am confident in the leadership before us and in the continued progress of our district. Dr. Hadi, thank you for the dedication you have already shown to the Windsor community. Your leadership over these past several months have been meaningful, and it has not gone unnoticed. As personal privilege, your accessibility is top tier. We probably shouldn't be up that late at night. I'm so sorry to your husband. But because we're both very busy, sometimes that's just when we catch each other, right before bed. Thank you for being there when I have a question, and I will continue to be there for when you do so. For those reasons, I will proudly be voting in favor of appointing Dr. Hadi as the next superintendent of Windsor Public Schools. I look forward to the work ahead and to the continued progress we make together on behalf of students and families of Windsor. We deserve her, and she deserves us. Thank you. So we have a motion on the floor. It has been seconded. Ms. Daly, roll call vote. Thank you.
Maxine Davis?
Without a doubt, question or hesitation, absolutely yes.
Jeremy Halleck?
Oh, yes.
Becky Jacobson?
Proudly, yes.
Leonard Lockhart?
Congratulations on this historic moment. Yes.
James Madison?
Yes.
Paul Panos?
I think, yes. Yes.
Ayanna Taylor?
Absolutely yes.
Nathan Wollaston?
Yes, of course.
Tracy Zotter?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Madam President?
We have one more motion.
Yes.
Not yet. We're not, it won't be long and drawn out, I promise. One more motion.
All right, Madam President?
Mr. Lockhart.
Move the Board of Education authorize its president to execute this contract with Dr. Hadi on behalf of the board.
A second motion?
Okay, we have,
And if I may, it's with the understanding that, you're going to do this on behalf of the board, and that if there are any comments or reservations that board members may have, they are to direct those directly to the president, and she is the sole authority that will execute on our behalf after the blessing of the board.
Go ahead. Yes.
May
Sure.
I point out that, though, that still requires a board vote.
I think when I stayed with the blessing of the board, that was the intent, sir.
So that's right. So I anticipate, of course, that we are going to be discussing this, because it is an important part of it, you know. We want to be generous, but, you know, we don't want to be profligate either.
Mr. Panos, to your point, that is understood, and again, it will be with the blessing of the board, working with the president behind the scenes, so with the authorization.
I'm just going to emphasize, it does take a board vote.
So you will, so Mr. Panos, are you seeking this to be resolved at a board meeting?
Well, it would, in order to take effect, it has to be voted on by the full board.
So with that being said, Mr. Panos, well, I'm gonna yield to Madam President first before I proceed with my commentary on how she would like to proceed based off of this motion.
And I'm gonna say, I will say this, the motion as it was presented, Mr. Lockhart, that the Board of Education authorizes its president, myself, to execute this contract with Dr. Haiti on behalf of the board. So the contract terms is the unrest on the contract terms, Mr. Panos, is that what you're saying that?
Well, I would expect you to negotiate, because we can't all negotiate. But
Correct.
however, the final word of it has to come by a board vote, which, you know, there shouldn't be a problem, but but this is the way it has to be.
Okay, so Madam President, with hearing the reservation coming from the minority leader, I would ask that we continue with this motion and resolve it with the understanding that if it's passed, that we engage within an executive session at a special meeting to go into executive session to discuss this. And then it is the hope of me making the motion that we bring it back during the April board meeting, that we can have a board vote on the matter, if that is acceptable to the minority leader.
That is acceptable.
Point of order, I'd like to state that as an explicit amendment.
Well, then then I'm open to your substitute motion.
Can I make a motion to adjust the motion?
Yeah, that's, you get to offer a substitute motion.
I would like to offer a substitute motion that says the original, and that we will have at least one executive session between now and the April meeting, and that the April meeting will be the final vote.
On the contract.
On the contract. My goal is to make it explicit. Well, that's my motion. Somebody has to second it before I can explain it.
I'll second that.
I'll second.
Oh.
I'll second the motion.
He made the motion, so he gets to speak first.
Yeah, so I think this is a critically important decision, right? According to the CABE, when we go to all the training, there's only 3 or 4 things that we're actually responsible for as a board, and hiring a superintendent is one of them. And I think it's one of the biggest ones. And I think we simply need more discussion. We had one executive session, it was good. I had asked several folks if we can get all the information possible about what's out there. Dr. Haiti scored a lot of points in my book because she's provided 10 contracts from around the state from other superintendents, so thank you. And I'll weigh that into consideration, right? Because I can now see what the ground truth is. I appreciate that. But that to me, and then we had an amendment that came out, or, you know, a modified version of the contract that came out on Friday night through email. I was confused, I apologize, but I want clarity. I want to make sure I really understand what I'm voting for. And so I would, you know, appreciate, for example, a written version of the contract when we actually make the final vote, et cetera. So there's absolutely no ambiguity about what we're voting on. So I think that one executive session and, you know, a modified version through email on a Friday before a Tuesday vote is just not proper procedure, not effective. Given the magnitude of the decision, given the cost of taxpayers, given the criticality of the students and the staff, I think at least one more executive session and then a vote after that conversation so that we're really clear what's going on and everyone has the last chance to speak in person as opposed to anything else, is just proper due process.
Madam President?
Okay, so there is an amended motion on the floor. Call the question. Unless anybody else wants to speak to that.
Point of order, can we not say call the question because that means something specifically? I would defer to the parliamentarian. That actually means something.
So call the question means that you go right to a vote, but we want to make sure that everyone has had a fair opportunity to speak.
Nobody over here. Anybody here?
Just really quickly, just for the folks that are sitting in the audience or at home once again, this has absolutely nothing about Dr. Haiti, not the board voting for her to be the superintendent. Have no fear about that. It's just that the board needs to do due diligence with the contract that needs to be signed and, to make it official. So we needed to have more time to be able to go through it, to make sure that we are doing Dr. Haiti justice and also the taxpayer Windsor justice. So it has they're two separate issues that's happening.
Madam President?
Mr. Lockhart.
Just to speak to this, we did have a posted meeting about this on last Thursday. We did have discussions. To the maker of the motion's point, there was a document that that codified what was discussed in that executive session. There seemed to be some confusion about which document was what, who it came from, etc. I'm just regretful that we're at this point during this historic moment that we are doing this. And what I would like is, I believe the original motion, I believe in good faith, would resolve the concern of the maker of the substitute motion, that you allow the president to go and codify the final version of the discussions that was had with Dr. Haiti after we had our meeting on last Thursday, have that document brought forth, and it's with the understanding that we will come together as a board. So I understand if you want it to be codified in a motion, but I think the spirit of the motion is very clear that we're going to meet on it in executive session to make sure that everything is okay and to discuss it within the April meeting. So I personally see no reason to codify it within the motion as a substitute, because it was understood that and verbally spoken that we would actually do it. So we're actually on the record.
Mr. Banos?
Is somewhat unusual to offer a superintendency to someone without first having worked out the details of the contract. You have to know what one is before you can finish it. So this is unusual. It would be very unusual to simply turn over all the authority on the contract to simply one member of the board. That's simply not done. You have to, and it's never been done. We have in the past voted sometimes to put them together, both parts of these together or separately, and we have differences. And so people vote according to their understanding. So I beg to disagree here. Nothing is established just because we had a meeting. It was we had our differences that was clear. And so we have to be able to express that. Every board member is equal here. That's the way it is. But often you leave it to one person to do the negotiation, because after all, having all 9 people talk to the one is not as efficient. However, the vote on the contract has to be by the board because we only work as a board as a whole. So I don't see any problem here. It's just that we have to have, our input, and the only way it can be taken seriously is if we we take a vote on it as a board. I don't see any problem.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes, I guess I'll just start by saying I'm not sure if I'm the oddball in the room, but I'm okay being so. I like the contract personally, myself. I believe that the idea of even presenting it this way was to give opportunity to those who may have some suggestions about it. But I think the overwhelming majority of us here on the board are okay with the contract, and I'd be willing to see how that fares in a vote if push comes to shove.
Anybody else? Okay, so there's a substitute motion, and so we need a roll call vote.
This is Robin Daly from the Superintendent's Office. Maxine Davis. Jeremy Halleck.
Yes.
Becky Jacobson.
No. No.
Leonard Lockhart.
No.
James Madison.
Yes.
Paul Panos.
Yes?
Ayanna Taylor.
No.
Nathan Williston.
No.
Tracy Zotter.
No.
4 yes, 5 no, does not pass.
Thank you. Back to the original motion.
Okay, Robin Daly, Superintendent's Office. Maxine Davis.
Can you please repeat the motion, please?
Yes, please.
Move the Board of Education to authorize its president to execute this contract with Dr. Haiti on behalf of the board.
Does that mean solely?
Yes.
May I?
Have it.
Madam Chair, it's my understanding the purpose, the intent of this motion is that you are the sole person that can execute the contract on behalf of the board, and that you have stated on record that you would make sure that both sides of the aisle would be conferred with before you sign the contract.
I've already done that.
I'm going to vote no. Okay. Yeah.
Jeremy Halleck.
No. We still have work to do on this contract.
Becky Jacobson.
Yes.
Leonard Lockhart.
For the souls, yes.
James Madison.
No.
Paul Panos.
No?
Ayanna Taylor.
Yes.
Nathan Williston.
Yes.
Tracy Zotter.
Yes.
5 yes, 4 no, passes.
Madam Superintendent?
Congratulations.
I'm gonna start crying.
Really? You guys take pictures? Let's do the pictures?
Yes. You guys gonna be forward? Yeah, please.
And 1 and 2 and 1 second, I'm sorry. And 3 and done. Thank you. Next group.
I'm kind of acting.
Of course. 2, and 3, and done. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they have somebody's Katie on a stick. Nobody else is bringing theirs. Katie on a stick.
Don't say it.
No.
Congratulations. You got most of it.
Okay, we need some people to be at the front. Potentially, I don't know how to do it. It's too many people.
Let's bring some chairs.
Can someone bring chairs?
Can she bring chairs? Yeah. Want a chair?
Yeah, I know.
You want chairs?
Yeah. Let's do chairs. Can somebody sit up front?
Yeah, get some chairs. Okay. You look at her first.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and done. Thank you.
Got it?
And can I have just a picture of superintendent with the board without anybody as well?
Okay, just wait till I get punchy at the end of the meeting and I use my airport announcement.
Good
Spelled the same way. Absolutely. That's right.
it's a foregone conclusion. You already have
I mean, theoretically, she has everything.
I know.
Make it 300,000.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay, guys, you ready? Is the board going to be in this picture or not?
pretty bad.
And 1, and 2, and 3, and done. Thank you. Beautiful.
I just dropped off an animal snack.
Yeah.
She was shaking. Yeah.
You okay? I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of still. Ready? 1 and 2. Oh, that's fine. I'm sorry. You were not on the radio. Thanks for coming. I'm just reading. I know. Lexi wants a hug. It's decorated. Yeah. Thank you for being here. We can make that happen.
My biggest.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Either way.
Okay. Beautiful. Y'all are ready? Okay. And 1, 2, 3, done. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lindsay, how much you love being in the front row?
Who set us up for that? Taking that whole front. I hope my leg cross made me look skinnier from this. I'm like, come on. I got up there first to sit in the back too.
Yes, I did. But all that I
Okay, but Mom, I'm going to leave a view. Mom, I'm going to leave a view.
Okay, thank you.
Go to the email side?
Yes, yes. All right, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thanks. Oh.
We have to speak Arlington because I wasn't sure, but there was no other parent. Of course, we're here. Thank you. I'm just graduating. He was super excited.
No, her daughter. Her daughters, they're not, yeah, no. They're like 3-4 years apart, yeah.
This is okay.
Somebody needs to make a wreath out of all your Dr. Beatty songs.
I don't know who did that.
Look at Jeremy.
Thank you.
It will come.
It's gonna snowball.
That cleared the room out pretty quick.
Good
I'm
evening.
still going to say my thanks so that it's on record.
Good evening, everyone. We are back on the agenda in its original order.
Is there anything that needs to be pulled, Madam President?
Is there anything that needs to be pulled from
Consent
the
agenda?
consent agenda? Anyone? I didn't get any.
Mr. Halleck, is there anything that needs to be pulled from the consent agenda on your behalf, sir?
No.
All right.
Okay.
With that being said, move the Board of Education approve consent agenda items 5A, financial report, 5B, enrollment report, 5C, food service report, and 5D, human resources report.
Second that motion.
Okay. All right. All those in,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
is there someone need something pulled? Oh, yeah, we're back on, back on regular. Yep. Any discussion? Okay. Yes, it's consent, right? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you. The ayes have it. We're moving right along to approval of minutes. Is there anything that needs to be pulled or discussed? Okay, is there a motion?
I move the Board of Education approve the minutes of the February 18th, 2026 regular meeting.
Second the motion.
Quick thing.
Any more?
It's two here, but not in the motions.
No, it's two of them, so you.
Two of them.
Yes.
Sorry. Do I amend the motion?
No, you can keep
I can
talking.
keep going? Okay. My apologies. End the March 12th, 2026 special meeting.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is there a second?
I'll second. Motion.
Wonderful. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I believe. All right, I believe the ayes have it. And now we're moving right along to the student representative report. His first. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Andrew.
Yes. Okay, so I'm Andrew Bloom, senior. And you guys already got the intro, so I'll just get right into it. So, as the ending of quarter 3 is quickly approaching, students are working hard to finish assignments and assessments towards their final quarter 3 grades. Windsor Wrestling came to a close this February as state opens, where student athlete Jackson Yane was the sole Windsor qualifier and placed second in the 285 weight class. The girls' basketball season came to a close after a hard fight in the CIAC state championships early this March. The Windsor indoor track season came to an end after sending 10 students to the Nike Indoor Nationals in New York City and 3 other students to the New Balance Indoor Nationals in Boston this past weekend. Today, at 5 p.m., the number 1 seed, Windsor Warriors boys basketball team will face off against number 12 seed New Canaan in the semifinals of the CIAC state championship. The winner of this match will either play East Hartford or Bunnell for the state title. The Windsor Warriors Unified Sports Basketball team completed an undefeated season, won the CCC Conference Championship for the 2nd straight year, and will be competing for the Division I state championship against West Haven on Saturday, March 21st at 11:45 a.m. at Mohegan Sun Arena. With the spring sports season fast approaching, teams have been working hard to prepare. This past weekend, the Windsor Robotics team had a stellar performance, ending with a match record of 8 wins and 4 losses. Windsor's robotics team currently ranks 5th in all of Connecticut and 168th out of 3,763 teams worldwide. Their next district event is less than 2 weeks away at Hartford Public High School. It will be an all-weekend event. Our new sustainable agricultural course is underway. Students had a successful first semester learning about growing plants and vegetables at maximum scale in our new lab space. During the first semester, over 175 bags of lettuce were packed. 9 students have germinated over 500 seedlings in the first few weeks of the second semester. The purpose of this lab is to teach students how to grow and care for plants. Superintendent Dr. Haiti and Board of Ed Chair Ayanna Taylor, accompanied by student leaders Emily Kiki Romero Lewis and Andrew Bloom, attended the Connecticut Association of Boards of Education Day on the Hill event at the state capitol last Wednesday. Together, they met with state legislators and learned about key education issues facing Connecticut schools. This upcoming Thursday, March 19th, the Windsor Music Department will host an artist showcase featuring drum covers, student-organized bands, DJ sets, vocalists, and more, led under the direction of Mr. Nolan. On March 25th, juniors will take the SAT in school, while freshmen and sophomores will take the PSAT. Seniors are not required to attend that day unless otherwise instructed. We wish our juniors the best of luck as they take this important step toward their post-secondary plans. Some Windsor High School seniors have expressed concerns regarding the recent decision to award honor cords based primarily on overall GPA rather than on distinction within individual fields of study. They believe the revised system fails to celebrate the full range of student accomplishment, particularly with the removal of the music and art honor cords. And that completes my first report.
Awesome, Andrew. Nice job. Really great job. Yeah. Awesome. Anyone wish to speak to that? Mr. Lockhart.
Mr. Bloom, welcome to the board, and it was good to see you at there on the Hill. Thank you to Ms. Taylor for making sure you got there and escorted you around. And part of your report, I just want to probably report that the Warriors did win 56-39.
They won.
And they will be in the finals this weekend, undetermined what day and what team, but at least they're in the finals. So just wanted to put that out there.
Let's go.
Anyone else wish to comment? Oh, Mr. Halleck. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First, I want to welcome Mr. Bloom to the board, and I'm glad to.
Thank you.
I know you were you were a little under the weather last month, so I'm
Yeah.
glad you're feeling better
Thank you.
in person this evening. As a representative for the student body, I'm going to ask you to bring back a message to your fellow students in regards to the walkout protest that occurred last month in February. Yes, students don't lose their free speech rights at the schoolhouse door, and I support that. However, the Supreme Court did say in Tinker v. Des Moines that students cannot substantially disrupt school operations, and I would argue students are walking out of school, forcing school staff to follow them outside and needing a police presence and throwing snowballs or other objects at each other during this protest all qualifies as disruptive to school operations, and therefore is not covered under the Tinker ruling. So I'm just asking you to bring this back to your students, a body, and share it with them. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate your time.
You don't have to bring nothing back to anybody. Anybody else want to speak? Okay.
Amazing presentation. He was sitting here nervously before. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Mr. Williston?
Thank you. Amazing presentation. He was sitting here before very nervously about if he had enough, but you did a great job, man. Just keep coming here and being yourself. You do great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Madison?
Be careful with your Wall Street dreams, because you might be sleeping under the desk.
Oh!
Your bank account will be flying, but you're going to be like, what the hell did I sign up for? If you want a normal job, come back to Hartford area, get a nice job with one of those comfortable finance companies.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, I don't.
Everybody stop talking to Mr. Bloom. Unless you're going to be uplifting. What is going on? No, just kidding. Yeah, I know you're a realist, Mr. Madison. So, yes, you are awesome. You accompanied us to Cave Day on the Hill. Your questions are always spot on. You're not afraid to say, you know what? That doesn't sound right. I need to push back, or I would like more information about that. You don't even mind pulling a state senator to the side and say, I'd like for you to, champion a bill that I'm in the process of writing. And he testified for that bill as well. So I just wanted to, I don't want to put you on the spot, but just for a moment to just, if you could, for everyone here and the listening public, talk about the bill that you push forward.
Yeah, so recently the bill SB 222, I believe it was proposed to the Education Committee, which would allow sports participation to count towards a PE credit. And it would not replace like the health aspect of the PE education where you sit in the classroom and learn about health. It would just replace the gym aspect, because me and other students believe that the time you would spend in gym class could be better allocated towards other things, such as, in my case, taking an additional course or study halls to catch up on academics you may be behind on. So, yeah.
Stellar. Mr. Madison?
If you want to make the argument, it's sort of like how our economics classes, our high honors economic classes will replace the personal finance kind of thing. So the concept is there in case you're saying, hey, listen, we already do it for this. Like those advanced economic courses, you don't have to take personal finance. Same thing. Why are you sitting in gym class if you're a jock,
Exactly. Yeah, I'm actually in AP economics right now, so I'm benefiting from that. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that. You got to pat yourself on the back every so often. We see you. We're glad you're here. And I'll always say this, but you can stay with us. But I know you take, I don't even want to tell them how many AP courses you take. But if you want to get up and excuse yourself and head home to rest or study, you can always do that. You don't need permission. But thank you for being here. You can stay to the end if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll chill here for a bit.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks. Okay. On to the president's report, which is me. So I have something prepared because it was a lot going on the last since we last met. Happy St. Patrick's Day for everyone who celebrates. Happy Women's History Month as well. Shout out to the women that sit here at the dais with me. And shout out to the women who came before us to pave the way, our educators, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, and our friends. I was a guest reader at Clover Street School. Principal Lee and her team welcomed myself and other guest women readers. Madam Mayor was there, Dr. Haiti, Principal Jorgensen, and so many other women throughout the Windsor Public Schools family were there to read for the students. And so I had a really awesome fourth grade class with Nova Jacobson. She's pretty cool. So tell her I said so. I was also on a Women's History Month panel at JFK with our very own Michelle Williams and Dr. Haiti. It was really awesome. I almost left in tears. Great conversation with young ladies of 4th and 5th grade. They were awesome. Their questions were really awesome. I also attended the Black History event at Sage Park. I ran into Mr. Panos, Ms. Zotter, Dr. Haiti. I know Ms. Jacobson attended as well. And if I missed you, I apologize because I went to the second one. Great program, including educational information, music from the choir and the band, dance selection from students from the high school. And the keynote speaker was Terrell Huff, who was here from DT Cares, who's no stranger to the Windsor Public Schools family. And it was so great to see the students engaged in knowing the 4 C's everywhere I go. So that's great. Shout out to Dr. Haiti. I attended a student celebration program at Pequannock School where there was a Student of the Month, Perfect Attendance Award, and also a portion of the Black History program that they would have had, but all the snow days, they had to reschedule. So it was really great to be there. Love the energy there to lift our students who are not missing a day of school. I'm glad to see that that's back being celebrated. And I also saw on social media that we're doing the same thing on different levels and lifting those students that don't miss school. It was great to see Principal Mahalko and the staff and students really engaged. And then I had a double hitter one night, a Shad Derby gala where I attended with Mr. Williston, members of the town council to welcome the girls, which kick off the Shad Derby season here in Windsor. They're all outstanding. One of them was here to receive congratulations with the track team. So it's always great to see the diversity of the students that participate there. From there, I headed to the Project Graduation Trivia Fundraiser, which was also well attended. And if anybody wonders what is Project Graduation, if you can believe it, it is 84 days away from today. That is the event right after graduation where students have a curated fun at Windsor High School, which is safe and it keeps them from driving around, getting into trouble and all those things. If you want to get involved, follow Project Graduation Windsor CT on Facebook, or check out their website, windsorprojectgraduation.org. You can donate, volunteer, and learn more. I mentioned, and so did Mr. Bloom, that Cave Day on the Hill, which was great. Mr. Lockhart, Dr. Haiti, Ms. Batchelder, myself, and another student, Kiki Romero-Lewis, attended, and it was just a really great time. Not a lot of students attended, so the valuable part of that is that they really got to engage more than traditionally. They held the banner. They were on the news. I saw you on the news. So that was great. So it's just been really, really busy across the district for my calendar anyway. Upcoming for me is busy. There is the event that Mr. Bloom mentioned, the Recording Tech Showcase on Thursday. Also, the 48th Annual TSA Conference will be hosted at Sage Park on March 28th. Opening ceremonies start at 8:30 a.m. All of the board received the invitation, I believe, from Ms. Frickus. And so pop on by if you'd like. It's always great to see the students engage in those activities across the place. And then, of course, we did mention that the boys basketball team did win tonight, so they are going to be headed to the sun. So any questions for me? Okay. Wonderful. We have done 7B, so we are moving right along in the agenda to 7C. Is there a motion and wait. You think Nathan? You don't even know what it is.
Okay.
Let him speak.
Madam Chair, on behalf of the policy chairman, I move the Board of Education approve revised bylaw 9325.2, order of business as a first reading, waiving the second reading, and approving the bylaw for immediate use and distribution.
Is there some back? Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second? And then I'll have him go into background.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Reservations I have.
Yeah, me too.
Reservations on it.
Me too.
Madam President, as the maker of the motion, I yield to the chairman of the policy committee.
Okay, yes. So. Just 1 second. It's only that part.
That's the only.
That's the only part, yeah.
Yeah, so you got the same.
Mr. Wilson, do you want me to take that back to give more clarity? Because the background didn't really give what you want, okay. Dr. Haiti.
All right, so this is a very simple revision in the bylaws that will allow the board to choose which items that could be on the agenda, so that on meetings days where we have a lot of business, we may skip different parts. So we're proposing to change from will appear as routine matters to may appear as routine matters.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Haiti. Mr. Panos, to give some more context.
I just say that the only item that we're really concerned with here is the school liaison report. The rest of it, if there are no, for example, if there's, you'll have a superintendent's report, but if there's no superintendent here, when, we're not gonna have a report from it. It's just some, a report of board of, committees. If there are no committee meetings, we're just gonna say that there are no committee meetings. But for reporting on, the issue is the school liaisons is, in point of fact, is, if I remember correctly, we did not have formal every month liaison reports as you see them right there. The way they were done prior to, I believe, Dr. Villar, was that if there was something that they had to say, then they could share it. So if someone had gone to a PTO meeting and the PTO said, we have this issue, that would be the time to report it, and that or something nice happened that they wanted special. So, but it was not the formal kind of thing that is semi-formalized sort of reporting that it has become over the last 12 years, 10. So so the only thing that I would say needs to be a may is the school liaison. So this is rather sweeping to say that you were going to take out the whole agenda. After all, this is the, it just describes the order of business, and so I think it's accurate as it is. It's just that the school liaison is the only thing that is something that may or may not be done. So,
right.
Yeah.
So maybe this needs some more work or something. I don't know how you want to put it.
Thank you, Mr. Panos. Mr. Lacker, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know this came up in executive committee.
To Mr. Panel's point, it does read may, and it does list 9 items, which one could suggest that any one of those may be on the agenda or won't be on the agenda. So I think the call out for school liaisons, I believe we can probably make an amendment right now to really just point out that this motion is only for school liaisons. I think it would satisfy what we're trying to do.
Good.
Yep.
So I would be in favor of that on behalf of.
Mr. Wilson, as chair of policy.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, would it be valuable to keep it as will and just strike out and school liaisons?
Well, you want the school liaisons there because if it's not there, by our policies, they don't have, we can never put it on the agenda.
Could never put it on the agenda?
Unless you do 2/3 majority vote every meeting.
That is sick.
It's codified here, that's why it's there.
Okay.
So that's what we're saying,
But
strike it.
to Mr. Pano's point, may is very suggestive for all of them. What we could do is say, instead of, we leave it as will appear routine, and then there could be a subsection that say that, hey, the only thing for number 8, school liaisons may be on the agenda, but everything else is a will.
We can't do without a call to order or pledge the flag.
Or a moment of silence.
Or adjournment.
Unless we change,
Or-
unless we.
We'd never adjourn, we'd be here all night.
And so,
Thank you, Mr. Madison.
Yeah, so is the concern that some nights we just are running short on time, we have to cut the liaison off?
no,
What's the problem we're trying to solve here?
So when we meet and we craft the agenda and we know it's going to be a long time, like executive committee, large chunky meetings, what we've been doing is just striking it because that's been a past practice, but it was brought to our attention that this policy says
It has to be on
it
the
has
agenda.
to be on there. And so that's why Minority Leader, Vice President, and myself said, change it. So we brought it to you all so we could change it.
All right, so we just striking the school liaisons then?
no, not striking.
Just saying
Everything,
optional for us.
so everything is will except
Yeah, the school
school
liaison.
liaisons, which is may.
Okay, so I'm with you on that, but structurally, how exactly is the wording gonna go?
Oh.
So what we would do, Katie?
I just propose that we keep the language as is, pull number 8 out, and then add a paragraph under number 9, and say, the meeting may also include the school liaison as needed.
Agreed. Very good.
So wait a minute,
No.
for clarity, instead of pulling number 8, number 8 will just say report of board committees.
Right.
And that's it.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Yes.
And then
And just
the
the school
new
liaison piece.
paragraph is about school liaisons.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Let's have that.
There it is. I'm sorry, say again?
2 8s.
Oh, it's 2
I think it's
8s.
a typo.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, it's 2 8s. It's 2 8s.
That's a good point. Good eyes.
Yep.
Okay. We'll take care of that.
Thank you, Ms. Davis, for calling that out. I didn't even notice it.
So,
Yeah, 9. So it's 10.
so I offer a substitute motion that we approve the revised bylaws 9325.2, order of business, with the said adjustment that listed as the first number 8, it states report of board committees, semicolon. And then the second number 8 becomes number 9, and the number 9 becomes number 10. And then there'd be a paragraph that states that at all regular monthly meetings, school liaisons may appear as a routine matter. No, this would be a separate paragraph.
Paragraph.
No, it's not gonna be under this,
No, it's not.
because that's still will.
So Robin, for clarity for you, number 8 will state report of board committees, semicolon. The second number 8 will become number 9. What's listed as number 9 will become number 10. And then there will be a paragraph that states, at all regular monthly meetings, that all regular monthly meetings, school liaisons may appear as a routine matter. Period.
The new paragraph will be paragraph B.
It's almost like a sentence.
Yeah.
But yes.
Paragraph B.
Paragraph B, that would be paragraph B.
Boom.
All right.
Like it.
And then, just to finish the motion, waiving the second reading.
Yep.
And approving the bylaw for immediate use and distribution. That is my substitute motion.
I agree. That's it. I can only say that this was an excellent start to the new superintendent. Session.
Trying to make your lives better.
But don't let that go to your head.
Okay, all right. Oh, let it go. All right, so we're gonna go on ahead and, all those in favor, oh, Mr. Halleck, did you hear what happened?
Are you?
I did, yes.
Okay, great. You're, okay, good. Okay, I never look up. Okay, so if that's the case, we have a motion, we had it seconded.
Yep, this is the substitute motion.
Motion is the substitute motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Abstentions?
The ayes
Ayes have it. Thank you very much. That was easy. And, yeah, how efficient, Mr. Panos. Isn't this great? Okay, so superintendent's report.
So I know everybody left, but I'm still going to say what I want to say because it's recorded and I know they're going to go back and watch it. So I want to first thank you all for your trust and for allowing me to serve this community as the next superintendent. I'm very humbled, honored, and very grateful for this opportunity. And I do believe that you are not going to be disappointed. Yes. I understand that public leadership does often require, comes with different perspectives and different opinion. And I respect each and every one of you, and I respect your role on this board and the communities and the constituents that you represent. Whichever way the vote went, I do appreciate every single one of you. And I think now what we really need to focus on moving from tonight on is really why we're all here, which is for our students and our families and our staff. So I do look forward for us to continue to work together as we have been doing since July. And I've really enjoyed every single meeting. I've enjoyed every Friday update. I do write them with excitement, and I love to do the work and continue doing the work with all of you. I do want to publicly acknowledge two people that were not in the room today, but I know they are back home watching, and those are my parents, my mom and my dad. And I just want to say that I do owe my entire existence and everything that I have become today to them. From day one, their unwavering support, the sacrifices they have made throughout all my years until this day with my kids and myself really shaped the person that I am today. A lot of you talked about, and I was very nervous because I am not used to people talking about me in public, and that's why I was very, very nervous. But everything that you've talked about, from the qualities to the humbleness to everything, goes back to my mom and my dad. So I know they were watching and probably with teary eyes, but I do want to tell them, yes, you're a little baby girl who was once terrified of public speaking. I had panic attacks when I was in high school when I had to do any kind of public speaking. Yes, I just made history today. So thank you. Also to my husband and my two boys that were here tonight, I do really want to acknowledge how much they mean to me. A lot of times I try to be super mom and super wife, but sometimes I can't be superintendent with super mom and super wife. And they allow me to just be superintendent. They understand a lot of long nights away from home, but especially my oldest son, he would always look at me and be like, I want you to get to your goal. And they all knew that this was a dream that in many, many years, I questioned if I would ever be able to get to this point where I would be a superintendent in a public school district in the United States, looking the way that I look. So thank you to them. I want to just tell the entire community that this appointment tonight is way beyond just me. I sit here as the first female of color appointed to lead Windsor Public Schools. And I think that's big, and I don't just share that as recognition for myself, but I share it because I really do believe that representation matters. And through my life, I came to the United States when I was 11, and through my entire career, from high school, counselor telling me that they doubt my ability to take AP classes because of my limited English proficiency. Then in college, my university supervisor questioning if teaching is really for me. And then, my own friends doubting that I will ever be hired in a public school system wearing the scarf. So all along my life, I've been questioned and challenged by people, and people telling me what I could and could not do here. And many people just wanted to write my own story, but I did not allow anyone to write my own story. And tonight I want to tell my own 2 kids, and like all of y'all mentioned, I call them my babies, my 3,200 babies, Windsor Public School babies. I want to tell them that do not allow anyone to write your own story or control your narrative, and do not allow anyone to assign a value to your worth, because only you know your worth. And if you can dream it, you can achieve it, and you are the only one that can put a price tag to it. So this is just a message that I want all my students tonight. And for anyone who has ever wondered, like myself, if they belong in spaces that they have never seen themselves represented in, I hope tonight sends all of you a message that you belong in anywhere you want to belong. And if you've never seen somebody like you in it, it's okay to be the first one. And I'm very proud to be the first one that looks like me, not just in Windsor, in the entire United States. So this is just what I wanted to say. And I wanted to also thank everybody that came out tonight, from administrators to Dr. McCary, from Vernon, the Vernon superintendent, my mentors, our mayor, everybody here tonight. I don't take that for granted, and it really meant the world to me that I do have such a huge village out there rooting for me and supporting me. My cabinet, thank you so much for being on my team, rocking with me. We've had our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, we always come back around and do what's good for kids. So thank you all. All right, I'm not done yet. So March is Board Appreciation Month, so thank you. And I want to take a moment to recognize that the individuals who serve our community in this important role. You do have a little gift made by our very own students from No Limits. So No Limits is a student-run business of our CBTA students here at LP Wilson, overseen by our para-educator and coach, Christy Fenza. So I hope you enjoy your little gift. Thank you.
It grows? Well.
On behalf of the entire district, I do want to thank each of you for your commitment, your partnership, and your steady focus on what matters most, which is creating the best possible opportunities for our students. Your leadership and support make it possible for our schools to move forward with clarity and purpose. We appreciate your service, your countless hours, and your dedication to this community. So thank you all. Some quick updates. Registration for 25-26 school year and summer camp Treehouse are now open on our district website. So for more information, please visit our website. Beginning March 2nd, all our schools celebrated the National SEL Day. So we had different activities across all our schools highlighting SEL competencies as well as the alignment to our 4 Cs. In addition to the recognition that we did tonight for our girls indoor track and field, we also had 13 athletes that have been recognized by the Connecticut High School Coaches Association. My coffee talk, I did hold a coffee talk right before our board meeting tonight at 5:30. I also do have another coffee talk on Thursday at 10:30 at the Senior Center. Offices will be closed and schools on Friday, April 3rd for Good Friday. And I just want to remind everybody, which I don't think anybody needs a reminder, but spring break is around the corner. April 13th through the 17th, schools, students are going to be out, but offices will be open. And our next board meeting is on Tuesday, April 21st. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Haiti. Any questions for Dr. Haiti? Okay.
Wait.
All right. Thank you so. Mr. Williston.
Yes, one unserious suggestion, but I'm gonna make it anyways. I love the part of your speech when you were like, we had our downs and then we had our ups. Oh no, you said you had our ups and we had our downs. You know, like it would be so cool next time as a young person if you just ended like, and we up. You know, so just keep that.
Literally.
But just keep that next time. You keep that in the back of your mind.
We are indeed up. Where's the camera?
We are, yes. And one last thing.
Okay.
We will be holding our annual transition fair March 23rd.
I'll be
from
there.
3:30 to 6:30.
I'll be there. It's so great.
Okay.
Transition fair.
What's the transition?
Can you say the date again?
Do you want to, Mary, do you want to talk a little bit about?
The transition fair is, we held one last year. It's for transition from anywhere from birth to 3 to grade levels and then to adulthood. And so we have more than 30 vendors coming for services in the community, whether they're government services or local agencies. We have vendors coming in like the little plant shop, therapeutic puppies, and it's going to be held here at LPW.
How do you feel about therapy?
In the gymnasium. So 3:30 to 6:30, we'll have raffles, giveaways, food. So it should be a good time. Here, LPW in the gymnasium,
On the senior side,
on the senior side.
March 23rd, 3:30 to 6:30.
Next Monday.
I have to tell you, so my mother, I always speak about my mom. She was here tonight. She's a retired special education teacher who keeps her licensure just in case. But anyway, she went last year because I was unable to go, and she was blown away. She was blown away. So it's on my calendar. I'm so excited. So even more. Okay, great. Board, if you can be there, pop in, because I was told last year was great, and I've been told we're what? Mr. Wilson, we're up?
We up.
Exactly.
We up.
That's where we are. All right, thank you very much for.
Synchronize that as a board.
Awesome.
No, really, right after our presentation where something's going on.
Yeah. Oh my.
1, 2, 3, we up. I like it.
Where's Juliana?
Wait a second. No, cause no, I like this. Okay, Dr. Haiti, Mr. Madison, and we've been trying to think of what we're gonna call, cause we say, oh, inside out, okay, or outside out, whatever. We were trying to figure it out. Do we call it We Up?
Oh,
Yes, and then wait. You say 1, 2, 3. Nathan, let's try it. Ready? Ready?
no.
Say it. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
We up.
We down.
Hell yeah!
This is fantastic.
We did not eat any of my cookies.
We were gonna. I had a little soda bread.
I didn't get any, so.
No, I love it. Mr. Panos, I like it. I kind of like it. We were looking for a name. We're looking for a name.
Oh, that's done.
I
I have no idea what it is.
don't know what it is, but I think I like it. I think I like it.
We're English.
Here, Mr. Panos, for English. Okay. In any event, thank you so much, Dr. Haiti. We're going to move right along to committee reports. Mr. Lockhart, is there an update or anything that we need to know about?
We are going to be reporting to the town council in April. Yourself, myself, the superintendent, and Ms. Batchelder. We are prepared to present to the town with the understanding that we only want to present one time. So we're going to be prepared with the presentation and about 2 hours of grilling, and hopefully that will be it. So I'm looking forward to sharing that document with the group once we have it all crafted out.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do we know what the date of that is?
No.
We have not received confirmation yet
Yeah,
from the town council.
about which one? Yeah.
But whatever presentation that we decide to present, we will make sure we will share that with the board first before we share with the.
Give mom tell your mom I said hi. Great job. Great job. Great job. Awesome. Drive safe. Yeah, drive safe, please. All
Be
right.
well, sir.
Got one of those cookies.
The cookies are tasty.
They have Irish butter.
It is delicious. It is creamy. So we're going to move right along to the joint BOE Town Council Committee. I know it says Mr. Lockhart, but I'm just going to have him yield to Ms. Zotter. Just real quick, before she goes into it, let me shout you out. I know we don't like to receive our flowers as the powerhouses that we are here sometimes, but I just want to just pause for the cause really quick before I let you speak to the meeting. I was so impressed with you and how you handled the questions. It's not easy. It's not easy. We drilled you and then going in front of the town council and the, the town manager there, you held your own. You were very prepared. She had packets for everyone. And I'll tee it over to you because I don't want to steal your shine about how where we landed, but I'm very proud of you. Great job.
So where we landed is that we got incredible support from the town council members when it came to engaging in studies for our facilities. So the 3 assessments that we have requested for our 4 elementary schools were approved. And they actually want to add and get quotes on actually what it would cost to do all of our schools and not just our 4 elementary schools. So huge win. I think a lot of that's going to be dependent on what they come back with the quotes, but the fact that they were willing to expand the scope, I was incredibly grateful for. So now just one more thing that Superintendent Dr. Haiti has to do is work with Town Council Member Peter Souza to get those RFPs created. And then hopefully we get some very well-versed consultants to do these facility studies. And then we'll be back in 6 to 8 months after those are done to figure out if there will be a phase 2, which I'm very hopeful that there will be. But thank you, President and Mr. Lockhart, Vice President Mr. Lockhart, and Dr. Haiti for your support in bringing this long-range planning, and Mr. Halleck, who, it was this phased-out plan was really your doing, right? Kind of taking me back and saying, let's do 1, 2, and 3 first. So thank you for everything that you've done for the long-range planning committee as well. And I know we'll all be excited to see those study results come through.
Great job. Any questions for the joint committee, which is historical? It hasn't been done in more, oh my gosh, decades?
You mean?
The joint committee hasn't come together since my time. Yeah.
Probably about 8 years.
Yeah, because we tried and it was,
Okay, yeah.
Mention the cadence that we're going to do this.
Oh, what was it? Oh, yes, okay, and we're doing that quarterly. I forgot about that part. We're going to be getting together quarterly to keep connected, so there's no shock on their end and there's no shock on our end, and we're, staying engaged and all that. So the meeting was great, in my opinion. Dr. Haiti, anything that you want to add? Mr. Lockhart? Okay.
Great feedback from, yeah.
Great. Any questions about that? Okay. Other matters, announcements, and regular Board of Ed meetings. Any announcements for the good of the order before I list out the next meetings?
Oh.
Okay, Mr. Williston has his hand, and Mr. Lockhart has his hand up. Okay.
Next month, our board meeting is on my birthday, so it's putting me in a real tricky situation here.
Oh.
21 again.
Don't sound tricky to me. You're going to be here.
21 again.
You got to see what this agenda is looking like, brother, man.
You looking for a birthday cake?
yes,
Yeah, he's looking for some confections.
a cupcake.
Oh, yeah? Well, Ms. Zotter was specialist at this.
He's
Volunteering
looking,
you
baking
to
something
bake something.
to entice him to come.
Eating it by yourself, man.
We up. So anyway.
That's what y'all want.
Happy early birthday, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Lockhart.
Yeah, I just want to say that it's been a busy month, but I'm very proud of what I do with at Clover. And every February we do the mail read-in. Every February, mails from Windsor Public Schools, the police department, and throughout the community. There was plenty of members from
my
your church were there as well. But for me, this year was gratifying because I got to read to my grandson's class for the first time. So, I cried in the car. I held together in front of the kids, but, reading in front of the kids is beautiful for me. But when it's your own on top of that, and, I have a child at the high school, and I have a grandchild in the elementary school, so I got 2 generations going through here. So for me, it's a passion, and to make sure that I love these kids the way I love my 4 kids and my 2 grandkids. And I really enjoy the banter that we have here and what we try to do. And I want us to continue that banter and do what's best for our kids. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Oh, it is Board Appreciation Month too. Thanks.
Also, you're old.
I'm 57. I'll be 57.
We appreciate one another.
We do appreciate
Why
one
nobody
another.
else appreciates it.
But wait, if Leonard's old.
The shade, honey. What is in the soda bread? Anyway, so any other announcements or other matters for the good of the order? Mr. Madison, we up.
Oh, go ahead, Jeremy.
Oh, Mr.
Okay,
Halleck.
Mr. President, I'd like to
Yeah,
defer.
Mr. Halleck and then Mr. Madison.
Thank you. I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone.
Oh, Jeremy, I was gonna do it, but go ahead.
This past week, who's reached out to my wife, Kate and I, or who have sent either gifts or food, and congratulate us on the birth of our daughter.
Baby Maggie.
Everyone on the board who reached out on both sides of the aisle as well.
We need pictures.
So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Both mom and baby and big brother are doing amazing.
What about Daddy?
Dad's doing well. He's a little sleep deprived, but he's doing well.
I told you, Jeremy, you look refreshed. You look refreshed. You're welcome. Of course, our niece was born. How were we not going to shout out the family? She was born on like the warmest day ever, which is so surreal. Congratulations. We're waving to you. We're waving to you and the family.
Yeah.
Congratulations again. Mr. Madison?
Yeah, if I could, I'd just like to respond to what Dr. Haiti said about her background. I'm not surprised at all that you're sitting there. I love America. I'm unapologetic about it. And I know that we, frankly, steal some of the best minds from around the planet. And so I will say thank you to you and to your parents for being willing to go to the other side of the world and succeed in a different culture. I can't even speak a second language, let alone leave more than 25 miles from my home. So I think it's great. And so I'm not surprised. And I love it. I mean, I look at the same thing. I'm in IT. We have a ton of people from India because back in the 1970s, India invested in engineering. And here all these Indian folks are coming into the United States and helping America thrive. So if anything, we're guilty of building our economy with all the minds from around the world. But I'm not surprised at all you're here. And if people ever gave you a hard time for what you wear in your head or whatever, I apologize. But I think you're great, and I'm not at all surprised that a highly competent person is sitting in that seat, and I don't care what the background is. I know you can make it rock, so thank you for being here in a global sense.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Any other announcements? I was going to mention our newest board legacy was born. Little Maggie is here. So Maya is no longer the youngest. And I told Mr. Panos, he's got to get to it. When's your baby coming? So. But congratulations again to the Halleck family. Anybody else? It seems like no one else had anything, but I just wanted to make sure that, okay. All right, so our next board meeting, as Dr. Haiti mentioned, is Tuesday, April 21st. That's the regular meeting right here, hybrid, 7 p.m. And then Mr. Williston and the Policy Committee will be meeting Thursday, March 19th. 2026 at 5:30 p.m. and that is virtual. Am I missing anything, Mr. Williston?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So without with that, audience to visitors, Ms. Daly?
Good evening. This is Robin Daly from the Superintendent's Office. If anyone from the public would like to address the board, you may do so in two ways. You may type your name, address, and comment into the Q&A feature in the Zoom application, or you may speak by clicking raise hand or dialing *9 within the app. When you are called on to speak, you will be given 3 minutes to state your name, address, and comment. Please do not place the call on speakerphone, and no comments will be made by the board at this time. There are attendees online, but there are no hands raised.
Okay. Is there anyone in the boardroom that would like to speak to the board tonight?
I don't see anyone.
Okay. Well, a unanimous consent to close audience to visitors as there's no one here in the boardroom?
Madam President?
Yes.
Move to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. The ayes have it. We are adjourned at 9:01.